one of my best tips is a gratitude log. Do you have a gratitude log, Katie?
I do.
Okay. I started my gratitude log from John Tellerico, was my mentor at the time, back in June, before I even met Life on Fire. And John said that he does 10 gratitudes a day and he puts them in a log. Well, I was doing 3 a day, but I wasn't logging them. So once he told me that, I said, I'll do that. Well, after about a week, he said, yeah, I get up every morning and I thank God for my kids and I thank God. I said, you do the same 10 every day? I said, I've been looking for unique ones. Every single day I put a unique. So now I filled my book last week. I got to the last page. Each one of these is unique. So when somebody asks me, what's your favorite book? It's my gratitude log, because everything in here is something happy. I had, at the end of last week, on April 12th, I had 2,900 gratitudes. So I still am 10 days behind. I do it every day, but I'm doing it on pieces of paper until I get the other book. I'm just so far behind this month, but that is important. A gratitude, you must be grateful. So here's what happens, Katie, is if I get up in the morning and I can't find 10 gratitudes to put down, I look all day long until I find one. It's like, oh, that'll go in my gratitude log. Later on, oh, that'll go in my. So all you do all day long is have a smile on your face, looking for something positive to happen. If you can do that, life is wonderful. Life is so cool.
That's so beautiful, Jo-Ann. Oh my gosh. So this is like 100% replay worthy and like so good. As you're talking, I'm thinking so many different things. One thought I had was, I need to transcribe this and turn this into a book immediately.
It's not done. I got plenty more.
Oh, well, hey, I'm here all day. I know.
Well, let me give you one more. Let me give you one. Well, actually, I got 2 more. They both came from Jack Canfield's book. Okay, Jack Canfield. Oh, I got so many things, Katie, I could say.
Oh, girl, keep going. Keep going. Okay. This is money.
So Jack Canfield's book, The Success Principles, okay? It's how to get from where you are to where you want to be. Now, I bought this last year, and I'm not halfway done. You know why I'm not halfway done? He gives you so many nuggets that I don't want to forget them. I don't want to forget them. And at the end of this,
I've never even heard of that book.
Oh my God. Okay, do you know who Jack Canfield is?
I do. We spoke.
He's the person who wrote all the chicken soups. Yeah. Every chicken soup. He holds the number 1 record on the world record of having the most books out #1 at the same day. Something like that. But anyway, he does 3 things that he does so many things that I love. But anyway, Jack's book, in there he says, E plus R equals O. Events plus output plus response equals your output. So if you don't like your event, I mean, you have the same event as somebody else, but if you don't like your output, change your response. Let me give you a sample. Last Sunday, actually, we were watching church. We were online church, and the pastor's going a bit long. Now, I love our church. I love our pastor, but it was going a bit long. And you know what I said about my stomach being really wanting to get back to the computer? Yeah. Well, I'm saying, so what do? So the event is the service, right? Okay. What do? I'm like, oh gosh, I wish he'd be done this. And I turned to my husband, I wish he'd be done this soon. And I look at him and he's got his eyes closed and he's relaxed and he's just into the service. So we both had the same event. We were watching the same thing. We both had we each had a different response and a different outcome. His outcome, he's relaxed, comfortable, happy. I'm frustrated and I'm like, whoa. So if I don't like my response, if I don't like my outcome, I just need to change my response. So now I'm feeling about this big because I ruined his peace. So I turn around and I get right back into the service. I relax, I chill down, and I change my response, and I got more out of the service. And I'm like, so if you don't like E plus R equals O, if you don't like the O, change the R. It's your response. It's your responsibility. Change it. If you don't feel good about something, it's your own fault. I don't care what it is. It's your own fault. People are like, you can't be responsible for everything. You can be responsible how you feel. Now, say you just lost a loved one. Okay, that's a really sad thing. You lost a loved one. How you respond to that is totally up to you. You can respond by, I lost this and I'm never going to see them again. Or you can rejoice their life. They had this much input on me. And so how I feel is directly related to how I responded. It doesn't change the event. The event is still sad, but how I feel afterwards is up to me. So, I mean, that was something.
Jo-Ann, you're reminding me. Okay, so this is an aha moment for me because I'm putting together all these different things. So, we went overseas as a family. We had a huge vision for why we were going to be there. We had to leave. It was very dangerous. We lost a huge investment. It took us out. And one of the things that our support team said was, you all need to go to this retreat center and, write out a timeline of all the different events and then ask Jesus where he was during that event. And what it was doing was redefining the event. It was saying, okay, so this happened, but what can I be grateful for about in that situation?
Absolutely.
What does it really mean? Because it doesn't have to mean something terrible. And, even right now, as you were speaking, the Holy Spirit was talking to me about, I just had this idea. I don't want to get all weird and charismatic on you. Different ways of talking about the same thing, but I had this idea that there's a very sad event that has happened in our lives, and we've always looked back and gone, oh, that was so sad. What if we went back and said, that was such a gift? If that situation hadn't happened, where would we be right now? And what would we be functioning? So you're talking about just on a Sunday morning and kind of redeeming that situation with your husband, which I love and can totally relate to. And then I'm thinking, ooh, this is applying to so much more in my story too. And I know that people listening are having that same kind of epiphany, because keep going.
Yeah.
You're just bringing it.
It happened back in 2020. I was in Florida. My dad was in New England, and his caretaker broke her leg. So he can't be alone. So I flew up there to take care of him for 2 or 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. Well, she ended up in rehab, and then she had cancer, and then she never came back. I mean, she ended up coming back for 1 month, which I ended up taking care of both of them instead of just him. And so it went from 2 weeks to 6 months. But Dad was in good spirits all of that time till the last few days. And just before I left, he passed away. Mm-hmm. But I had those 6 months to spend with my dad. That was like, so yeah, my dad passed away. Yeah. I'm really glad he's not here for COVID, because he was too sick. He wouldn't have made it. So I had that. 1 month after my dad passed, I lost my job with IBM. Why did I lose my job with IBM? Because I spent all that time on my dad, and my time had finally come up. But IBM said, because you're 61, 62 years old, we're going to offer you half your pay for 6 months, and you pick the charity of your choice. So I was in Tampa, I picked a charity, I got to work there for 6 months, and I still got half my pay while I was chasing all those shiny objects, trying to figure out. And then in January of COVID, the 6 months was over. While I'm at the ministries, Metropolitan Ministries, 1 month after I lost my job, I was at a red light. Some guy came and didn't see the red light, didn't see that it was stuck, and hit the car behind me, hit me, and totaled my car.
Oh, man.
So I lost my dad. I lost my job, and now I lost my car. Well, my daughter-in-law, within 2 months, her mother gave her a brand new car. She gave us her car, which is a really nice one. So now I have a new car, a Metropolitan Ministry dealing with all these nice people. Groove came out of my losing my job with IBM. Everything that happened to me could have been, oh, poor you got 3 strikes. No way. Yes. All of those things were meant to happen. That was God giving me a wink. Hello. God giving me a wink.
Yeah.
Do you ever get God winks? I love my God winks.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually talk to me. I don't actually, like you said, you heard from the Holy Spirit. I don't actually hear him I can't say I've heard his voice, but I get God winks. The God wink I got this morning, I wanted to show you something in this book.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to end. Remember I said the beginning and the end? Well, the ending was to give you a tiny little story about what Jack said. I couldn't find it. And it wasn't digital. And it was all these pages. And I'm looking here going, oh, come on. Where is it? And I can't find it. I pick it back up a second time. I go to the front. I'm not lying, okay? I couldn't make this up. See my finger?
Yeah.
It was on the page of what I wanted.
Oh.
There's nothing. Now I've highlighted it. But it was on the page of what I was like,
yeah.
That was my God wink. But I get those God winks all the time. I love those God winks.
Oh,
So anyway, life is so good.